Hello, I'm streaming to you live. I'm Gordon with Unlock Your Bioenergy. Today is Whacky Wednesday, episode number 121 on November 19th, 2025. Today I'm going to talk about the navel. And do you get chapped lips? I asked this question. Why? Because it correlates to an article that I found that talks about this here, the navel. A lot of us know what that is. And this article that I found talks about, did you know that the navel belly button is a gift from the Creator? An old Indian man, 62 years of age, had very weak vision in his right eye and could hardly see. His doctor, Professor Aji Dubey, told him that his eyes were fine, but the blood vessels feeding the eye had dried up. Therefore, he would never see again unless those vessels and veins were nourished and revived. That's an interesting observation, because this doctor is looking at the patient and, observing what's going on. And the more I read here, the professor advised him to put olive oil in his navel every night before going to sleep, hoping that the blood vessels of his eyes might start working again. Indeed, the old man followed this advice regularly, and after some time his vision was restored. From this, it became clear that scientifically, the first part to form after conception is the navel, which is connected to the fetus through the umbilical cord. After birth, the navel remains warm for about 3 hours because nutrition reaches the fetus through it. That is why all the veins in the human body are connected to the navel, making it an essential point of life. Behind the navel, connected to it directly or indirectly, there are more than 72,000 veins. The total network of blood vessels in the human body. Using oil on the navel helps treat weak eyesight, pancreatic dysfunction, chapped lips, cracked heels, brightens the face, makes hair shiny, relieves knee and joint pain, treats dryness, heals eye problems, treats nail fungus, relieves dry skin and many other issues. How to apply it? Before sleeping, put 3 drops of olive oil, pure ghee, that is animal-based, or coconut oil in the navel, and spread it around 1.5 inches around the navel. Okay. For knee pain, at night before bed, drop 3 drops of castor oil in the navel and massage 1.5 inches around it. For tremors, fatigue, joint pain, and dry skin, put 3 drops of mustard oil in the navel at night before bed and massage around it. Why apply oil to the navel? The navel can detect which vein is dry and deliver the oil to open and nourish it. This article is I think has some value with helping the body treat conditions that you may have. One of the conditions I had for the up until 3 years ago was chapped lips. I suffered all the time. So for 25 years, I carried Carmex. That's a little lip balm that's got the yellow cap. I had it in my pocket, in my jacket pocket, specifically in my jacket pocket, because if I ever left the house and I had started developing chapped lips, I relied on Carmex to help soothe it. And where I live in Alberta, during the winter time, now the fall, heading into the winter, and even into the spring, it can be relatively dry, and even throughout the summer, it's dry. Because the elevation here, we're pretty high up, about 1,000 meters, and because of that, it's drier here. It's dry. It's pretty dry. And for many years, I just dealing with chapped lips. And it wasn't until I started really drinking the cleanest but also the most absorbable water. After 6 months, I realized I didn't need to use chapsticks, and specifically the Carmex, during the winter. And it didn't dawn on me right away, but after that first winter season of drinking this water, I realized, wow, something fundamentally changed. And that change was not having to put Carmex on my chapped lips. And the subsequent year after that, the same thing. No more Carmex. The year after that, the same thing. No more Carmex. At any time during the year. And it's one thing to put olive oil on your navel, but if you don't replenish and hydrate your body, you are technically chronically dehydrated. And a lot of people suffer from chronic dehydration. They don't realize it, but they just mask the symptoms by getting lip balm, getting your hand creams, getting eczema creams, because I also suffered from eczema, especially on the hands, on the knuckles. Oh, it was awful. And it would flare up even more so, when I would wash my hands, wash the dishes every day. Now I wash the dishes and I don't get that. And I'm using the same soap. So for me, that is a clear, how would you say, outcome of drinking the cleanest but also the most absorbable water. And if you're one that suffers from that, you got to start thinking, what's root cause of a lot of your symptoms? Can water fix it? Like I said, you can have... It's important to focus on what is foundational for the human body. The cleanest and most absorbable is one of those foundational things, and it applies to absolutely everybody. Everybody. I don't care what you say. It applies. What else is foundational? Light. You need to have light exposure, much the same as how plants need light to grow. But they also need that other piece, which is foundational, which is clean. And when you think about it, when water falls from the sky, is it kind of distilled? Does it go through somewhat of a distillation process? Mm-hmm. Because why? When you look at the pH level of water, rainwater, they say, oh, it's acidic. Why? Well, because it's got lots of hydrogen in it. Now, this water that I drank, the cleanest and most absorbable, the pH level is around 6.4, about that. But I know that it's clean and absorbable. And my lips, my chapped lips that once were, are no longer a thing. And I will tell you, it is such a relief not having to worry about that. Not only that is the knuckles, the eczema on the knuckles. I don't have it anymore. It's gone. So what else can the water fix when you combine it with things that are foundational? Good health is not complicated. It should not be complicated, but this industry has made it just that complicated because they're confusing you, and it drives me nuts. So if you're not getting the cleanest and most absorbable, you got to start thinking about it. And if you're not getting light activation on a regular basis, then you got to start thinking about that too. What can you do? Well, one thing that's affordable is this. It's called X39. And it stimulates the photobiomodulation process inside the body. And it's simple. It's like a little Band-Aid right here. Do you see this? Size of a quarter. You put it on in the morning and you take it off before you go to bed. Simple. And does it help with recovery and processes in the body? It does. This product wouldn't have won a biotech award just this year if it didn't work. And it activates the stem cells inside the body, particularly the GHK copper peptide, which is directly tied to mitochondria activation and development. But one thing that's crucial that you need is the cleanest and most absorbable. You need to have it to complement each other, because the body is a master at compensating for things. It's true. And when you provide the fuel that it needs, the spark, then guess what? Then you're going to be putting yourself in a position of prosperity. Meaning your body doesn't have to compensate, and it's going to do what it needs to do to function at optimal levels. And when you do that on a consistent basis, you will begin to experience the change. What kind of change will that be? Could be numerous changes. One of the changes I experience is the ability to constantly have the energy and the strength to do what I do on 6 days a week. And I'm showing you this for free, and I'm teaching you this. But what is not free is the light, the tool. And also the cleanest but most absorbable. If you tuned in to yesterday's episode, I showed you how I make it. And I also talked about if you want to get a sample of the cleanest and most absorbable, I'll ship it to you. UPS, worldwide, anywhere. I'm going to make a video. I haven't done it yet. I'm busy doing other things. And you won't know until you start trying these things. It just doesn't get any simpler than that. So if you were to scan this QR code, it'll take you to unlockyourBioenergy.godaddysites.com. And there you will find also an article that I talk about the navel. And I talk about this as well. And I show you how to order it if you want to. And even the water. I show you where you can get it. You don't have to buy it from me. I make it for myself. And the benefits I receive from it not only my benefits, but people around me, I see it. I see it. So can it help you? I believe it can. So when you go to unlockyourbioenergy.godaddysites.com, you'll see these buttons. The top one is where you can find additional studies of the X39 and the science behind it. The second button from the top is where what I call order your bioenergy products here. That's where you'll find the links to the X39, the X49, also the YH, which is tied to glutathione, where if you tuned into the 3-part live stream that I did called the importance of electricity and its communication, you'll find that it deep dives into the topics of glutathione, electricity in the body, what powers it, what's crucial for it. And I'm telling you what's crucial because I'm showing you what's crucial. I know what it is. There's nothing you can tell me to convince me otherwise. I just know because I feel it. And when you click on the bioenergy products, it'll take you to lifewave.com/Gordon Tomazic, Tomazic. That's my first and last name. I'm a registered brand member with LifeWave. And you can place your order. It'll ship to you pretty much almost any country around the world. And for today's workout, I'm going to do leg day, but I have a little special surprise here where this here appeared. This is 8 years ago. Alright, Aces Wild, Dive Bomber, Mountain Climbers, and Kick Through Burpees with push-ups. First up we have Jack. So Dive Bombers, 4 reps, let's go. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. 2, 3, 4. Alright, next up,
It's child's play.
King. Kick through burpees, 10. Ready? Okay, let's go. Yes. Ready? Let's go. Kick, burpee, push up, 1.
They didn't like it.
You do 10. Up. This is 3. Up. 4. Up. 1.
Here we go.
5.
I don't like it. I gotta avoid it.
6.
You're on that count.
7. What I'm trying to say is that to live a healthy lifestyle, you also need to be active. And when you do that, then you're triggering the body to respond in a positive way. Because if we were to sit down every single day, then guess what? Are you going to suffer the consequences of not moving every single day? Yeah. So that's why it's important to stay active. And with that, I'm going to get to it. Today is going to be leg day, but prior to that, I'm going to do a warm-up, 9-minute warm-up with the jump rope, and then do some more vibration plate training. And today I'm going to show you things that I haven't shown you yet. So I'm switching it up a little bit. I like to keep things kind of fresh, but also challenging, so that way it forces your body to, you kind of challenge yourself, and then you force your body to respond. So yesterday I did chest and triceps. I could feel it. You can see my chest is starting to grow. the line here in the shirt. So that's your how do you say indicator that I'm actually reaping the benefits from all the effort that I'm putting my body through. Can you reap those benefits? Sure you can. You just got to start. So let's begin. I'm going to set the timer for 1:32. Come on. All right, here we go. Thought I would do the tempo, but I'll just skip without the metronome today. You get to hear my tempo in its glory. Ah, yes. Today the sun is shining a little bit, which is nice, but when I'm wearing the X39, I'm getting the same activation. So it was cloudy this morning when I first woke up. So leg day today is going to involve TKE squats. I'm going to do a V-leg type of squat with a hip thrust. Calf raises. Going to try some tibia exercises. And then some hamstrings and glutes, so working the posterior chain. And that will be including the vibration plate. I like to use that device largely because it creates a good response in the muscle. And I like to, how would you say, dive into the uncomfortable zone. Meaning, when you're flexing the muscle or stretching it, you want to sit in that area of discomfort. And when you activate the muscle, you strengthen it in the right way. And with the vibration plate, you can accomplish that when you have when you combine resistance with that. And a lot of people, they don't like how the discomfort feels because it hurts. And how do you overcome that? Well, you have to be comfortable with the discomfort. And when you do that over time, that's when your muscle fibers will develop and develop the strength to be able to deal with that discomfort. So I don't know what pace this is at. This feels good. Feels natural, comfortable. Throw in some doubles. Maybe I'll try some double under crisscrosses today. I can still talk. It feels nice and comfortable. Well, I can start to feel my heart rate increase a little bit. Now I'm alternating the hand that's leading the crisscross. So you'll see right, left, right, left. So doing that helps with developing coordination. I'm getting better at that alternate crisscross. This feels like a nice light jog. Oh my. So I will really try to up the ante here, meaning the intensity for the last minute and a half. Or I'll try minute and 45. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Yeah. Just try not to trip. There we go. All right. So, I will set the metronome for 60 beats per minute to help with keeping focus in the areas that are uncomfortable in the legs. First thing what I'm going to do is take my ankle straps. I'm going to take my shoes off while we recover here. Just untie my shoelaces. I like to do it this way because I don't want to disturb the Velcro on the ankle straps. So doing this here helps with keeping the Velcro on this nice and strong, I guess you want to call it, because it does wear out over time. All right. Come on. All right, so 2-minute rest is up. Now, you can see what my heart rate is there. So with the TKE squats, I'm going to be using this bar here. Had it for many years. I've got black bands, and I'm going to use the door anchors, and I'm going to step on them. While doing squats, and closed chain squats specifically, with the bar. So I'm going to take the vibration plate, set it here, okay. Plug it in. So I said TKE squats first. So what I'm going to do is take the bands. I've got them at about knee height here, anchored at on the wall. I'm taking a red Body Elastics band, which is 8 pounds, so 16, total of 32 pounds, 16 per side. And this is going to finish the closed chain movement. So stepping away, you make sure you have adequate resistance, especially when you're kneeling down. You want that resistance there. Yeah, which I have. Then I'm going to take the band here, the door anchors, put it underneath my feet. So that way, start that there. And by putting it underneath the ball of your foot, if you step upwards, at least then the band doesn't move. Alright, so that seems about right. Now, I'm going to put it here. I have tension at the very bottom. So for all you heavy squat lovers, this is the ticket. Load up the band, add the vibration, and add the TKE component to it. And I have tension right here, and I'm sitting in it, making that muscle do the work. Creating this activation. Then you can move your feet more narrow if you wish. start more narrow. This really takes the TKE, the closed chain aspect of working the quads to another level. It's really, really good. Saves time, makes the muscle scream. Hold it down here, move it up a little bit. Next, a little bit more. A little bit more. More under tension. I can feel the quads, they're screaming. Now full extension on the TKE. Knees slightly bent, going down reverse. Super slow. And there's still tension on the band, and then oh, the legs are just, wow, burning with discomfort. If you chase this, if you like to chase that feeling of discomfort, this matches. This is what you need to do. And you can increase the tension on the bands as much as you can load it up. And let me tell you, this takes the squats to a whole new level. Wow. It's pretty uncomfortable. I have to work the type 2s because they... Alright, so by diving into that discomfort, now I'm going to switch to doing a hip thruster squat, but this time I'm going to do more like walk like a duck when I'm under the squat. So doing it this way and putting the knees more outward, you can choose to lift your heels off the ground or off the vibration plate to add additional tension onto the calves, but I'm going to be doing calf raises next, so I'm just going to focus more on the quads. So here I have to move this vibration plate a little bit more forward, a little bit farther away from the wall, so that way I have a little bit more resistance at the bottom. There we go. Now, I'm going to take the door anchor and step on it, set it up so that way I am kind of in the V position. There we go. So, kind of a duck, kind of walk, put the bands on. Okay, there we go, ready to roll. We're doing the hip thruster, 3 minutes. Do the first rep here, just kind of partial. After fatiguing the first round I can already feel the discomfort. Adding the band on the hip is a standing hip thrust, so forcing the glutes to activate as well. I will be doing some more posterior chain coming up. Oh, this is pretty quick. It's uncomfortable already. By being more in a duck type position, squat, you know, like you're taking a poop type squat. I should call this poop squats. Oh. Oh my. I can also feel it in the calves over as well. Okay. All right. Next, I'm going to do specific calf raises. So, I will be putting my feet a little closer together for this go around. Position them nicely like that, and underneath the ball of my foot, so that way the door anchors do not move. All right. See, all the way at the bottom here, there's zero tension. But see, now, yep, that's where the tension comes on. But mind you, I'm a little bit more narrow. So, all right. We're just going to focus on working the calves. Wow. They are burning already. Like big time. I'm almost at full tippy toe extension. So in addition to the skipping that I already did, which works the calf muscles, now I'm really forcing them to do some work. Alright, now back up. If you need to develop your calf muscles, this is the way to do it. I think it's the best because the way it feels, I'm just dripping buckets of sweat. Legs are a big muscle group. And having the bands here, the muscle doesn't know numbers. It only knows how it feels. And when you flex the muscle here like I am with the, oh my goodness. The calves, they're on fire. Like seriously on fire. Oh my, 35 seconds left. Oh my. Wow. 14 seconds. Oh my. The pump. See, that's what happens when you lift up the foot. You can have a nice surprise like that. Alright, now, next I'm going to work the tibia. And for this one, I'm going to use the ankle straps that are already on my calves. And if I could actually push these guys down, that's good. See if I can slide them down towards my foot. No, I can't. Okay, I'm going to take my shoes off again to take off these straps. And because I'm going to be positioning them on my foot, on the top of my foot. So I'm going to be laying down and putting my feet onto the vibration board, and then adding the vibration is part of the muscle activation, and you'll see how I'm going to do this. There we go, I've got the second one off. So I'm going to move these bands here that are on this part, and I'm going to anchor them on the bottom. You could do this solely with a band itself by switching this on and wrapping it around your foot. Perhaps that's another way. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. I should have done it this way to begin with. And the reason being is because if you wrap it around your foot, then it probably won't roll off. But I want to have more of the. I'm going to actually do what I was originally going to do. By taking the ankle straps and putting them on your foot like this, as you can see. So here I've got it like this, and so this is not going to slide that much off, and then I'm just going to work the tibia by raising your toes with the vibration plate. Alright. I think that's the distance to the Alright. That's the part that I don't want happening. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go like this and use the shoes to focus on the tibia. So, P1, here we go. Like this, down, and then raising the toes. And I can see them already flexing. And by doing this here with the vibration, pointing your toes towards, now bring them back. There's a little lip on the bottom of the vibration plate that allows my foot just to kind of stay where it needs to stay. The shoe holds it in place. It's kind of works out well. So here I am. We're working the tibia. Hold it all the way up like this. The vibration. Slow down or drop your toes down. Pointing, almost like pointing my toes now, bringing them up. My tibia is actually pretty strong from all the, I can tell. Toes pointed forward. Now slowly raise them. So if you're a drummer, you need to strengthen this muscle. This is one way you can really do it. Can help probably with your timing because you're going to feel it. Strengthen that twitch muscle, or else you'll have a naturally strong tibia. Feels good. All right. Next is going to be the final for the posterior chain, and I'm going to include this step up here. So what I'm going to do is put the vibration plate up here. Yes, you're seeing it. Then I need the remote. Oh, I can feel the tibia. Feels good. It's tired. Now, for the last one, okay, P1, basically I'm just going to stick my toes up here, and you can add another weight if you wish. I'll take 25 pounds that I set up yesterday, and I will just, this is posterior chain now. All right. So by doing it this way, slow reps. Giving all that muscle activation the vibration, it adds that element of dynamics. And this just, I can feel the hamstrings firing big time. This is actually really good. Ah. And I'm digging my heels into the vibration board. You could switch it up by pointing your toes. This involves more of the, I can feel the activation from the calf muscles when you point your toes. But if you want to focus strictly on your hamstrings, then you dig your heels. You could switch between the two. Oh yeah, I could really feel it. Ooh. And this is such a simple posterior chain exercise, but it's one thing to have to do this with an exercise ball, but it's a whole nother world of activation when you incorporate the vibration plate. And having it elevated onto the step up here, where you put it on a chair or set of chairs, you can essentially do this and really target those hamstrings. And with the weight, you don't have to have much, because the burn is incredible. It's really strong. All right, and that's it for leg day. Oh yeah, hamstrings, they're going to be calling for energy tonight, which is the whole purpose of training them. So you can see here today's date, November 19th, 2025. Starting time at 11:52 a.m. Took total time 36 minutes. That's including with the 9-minute warm-up. So, have a look at what my heart rate was. So 9 minutes, obviously. My cardiovascular strength is catching up with me now, where I really have to push to get the heart rates, and I probably have to do a longer stint. I've got more endurance, essentially. You can see here my heart rate touched 150 there. Probably, I don't know which leg exercise it was, and another solid effort. I didn't even hit this time. Didn't even get 163. So, does the combination of drinking the cleanest and most absorbable water, in combination with healing the body, triggering stem cell activation, and does it work? It's starting to show now because of my intensity. You know, when I hold my breath, then my heart rate goes up. And that's where I've been thinking about the VO2 max, to show you that the water not only improves it, but it improves your circulatory system as well, and the way your body just manages oxygen inside and delivers it. I think that would be, the kind of the validation with regards to why these two things work. Throw in the minerals, your Celtic sea salt. I like Redmond real salt. I switch back and forth between them. I don't take any extra creatine either. None. I'm not supplementing with creatine. And yet, I still got the muscle. So how is it? What is the secret? Is creatine? Well, creatine is found in red meats, and what do cows eat all day? Grass and wheat. How do they have so much creatine? Doesn't make any sense, does it? Like, think about it. But yet you got to get your creatine supplements. Is that the true secret with regards to managing building strength? True strength? Something to ponder on. And you should. Because I'm telling you, what's in amino acids? What's in the molecular formula of amino acids? Hydrogen. You need the cleanest and most absorbable. And where do you get the most from? Water. You get the highest dose from it. So make sure you're drinking the cleanest and most absorbable, and you'll see. Oh no, but I get my hydrogen from olive oil. Yeah, there's lots of hydrogen in olive oil. If you look at the molecule of olive oil, you'll see there's lots of hydrogen in it, but it's not acidic. Gee, I wonder why. Neither is the cleanest and most absorbable. 6.4 pH? That's nothing. But then the pH hydrochloric acid in your stomach goes up because if you take the salts like I do, then you're providing the fuel for it to formalize. And what results from that? Well, you have better digestion, you have better absorption, and guess what? You get the muscle too. It's simple. So think about what's foundational, and it'll help you get to where you want to go. So that's it for Whacky Wednesday. I'm Gordon with Unlock Your Bioenergy. Tune in tomorrow for shoulders and rotator and traps. And I'll have another subject to talk about as well. Have a good night.